Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. Happy Thursday, everybody. Hope your day and your week have been going very well so far. Got a new day, which of course means a new NBA player prop video to share with you guys. But first, as always, people, please make sure to go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and drop a comment down below. It helps the channel grow, and it really does mean a ton to us. With a new day comes some new opportunities to go ahead and make some money. We have Eastern Conference Finals Game 5 between the Knicks and the Pacers in Madison Square Garden tonight. Really solid showdown. Knicks on the brink of elimination, trying to force a Game 6 back in Indiana. Will the Pacers close it out, or will the Knicks survive? Remains to be seen. But I have a nice solid 3-leg parlay, player prop parlay to go ahead and share with you guys in this Game 5. But first, before we dive into today's picks, a quick little recap of how we did last night. And we were close, but no cigar. 2 out of 3 legs hit yesterday. SGA cashed, no doubt. Naz Reid also cashed. Solid performance from him. Jaden McDaniels, however, though, led us astray. Really poor performance from him. And an end of the season for Minnesota, unfortunately for them. So, solid start to the parlay. 2 legs hit, but the third leg just did not come through for us there with Jaden McDaniels. But it's A-okay because we got a new day and a new parlay and another opportunity, today to go ahead and cash. We were in the right direction, just Jaden McDaniels was the one leg of that parlay that just didn't end up coming through for us. But like I said, new 3-leg parlay coming your way for this Knicks-Pacers Game 5 right now. Honestly, first day back from vacation, going 2 out of 3 on a 3-leg parlay, where the odds, honestly, they were alternate lines, but they're all like minus 160 to minus 180. Not good. We lost, but, I guess in the parlay game, it doesn't matter how many legs you hit. It's win or lose. But got to look at the positives. At least we didn't go 0-3 out the gate coming back from vacation. So, new parlay today. We are using FanDuel again, and we are also using alternate lines again for today's parlay. The first leg of our 3-leg parlay, again, Pacers-Knicks, Madison Square Garden, 8 p.m. tip-off, Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals. We're going big zesty. Karl-Anthony Towns himself over 19.5 points. We're grabbing this for minus 185 over on DraftKings. By the way, all my Hard Rock guys out there who have been clamoring, I need to see what I can get this for. Outlier has finally added it, so now you can see on certain bets if you can tail this with Hard Rock bets or not. Now you see a Hard Rock bet. This one is minus 175. Shout out all my Florida people for finally getting the opportunity to follow along a little closer here, because I always felt bad. I was like, I don't know what's available on Hard Rock and what's not. Now I know, but here we go. First leg, Karl-Anthony Towns over 19.5 points. Again, alternate line. We're grabbing it for minus 186 on FanDuel. 8 of the last 10 games he's cashed the over. Obviously, the one that really matters to us is so far in this Pacers series, he's 4-0. He's cashed in all 4 games against Indiana in this series, but he's been pretty solid all postseason long. Even the last 20 games, a 70% hit rate, 14 of his last 20. That, of course, includes the end of the regular season and all the playoffs thus far. But even the overall season data, a 70% hit rate on the year for Karl-Anthony Towns. 62 out of 88 games, including playoffs, he's cashed the over, averaging 23.85 points per game this year. So pretty good numbers across the board here for Cat. And again, if we narrow it down the last 5 games, he's cashed in all 5, and that includes, of course, all 4 games in this Pacers series so far, averaging just shy of 25 points per game across the last 5 games. We know the volume's there. He's playing a pretty solid amount of minutes here. It fluctuates. 39 minutes in Game 1, 27.7 minutes in Game 2. 3 and 4, he each crossed at least 33 minutes in all those games. The key thing is the shots. He's taking a lot of shots in these games, a minimum of 14 shots in each of his last 5 games. But he's also shooting the ball decent enough, 49%. It's not fantastic, but it's also not that bad, honestly. Playing enough minutes, taking enough shots. He takes a healthy amount of free throws, 7.2 free throws per game, and also 5.6 threes per game. The last game he only took 2, but honestly, he's been taking a healthy amount of three-pointers as well. And we know Indiana this year, not that great at defending centers. They do rank in the season bottom half of the league, 19th, so they're not a great rim protection team. They used to be when Miles Turner focused more on defense than offense, but that obviously has changed now. But the last data point I want to show you guys, and this is the big one, is the fact that Karl-Anthony Towns has a 100% hit rate against Indiana across their last 8 matchups. That includes all 4 games of this series, obviously. That includes the games they played in the regular season and 1 game last year when he was a member of the Timberwolves. 100% hit rate, averaging 29.25 points per game against Indiana. So he's had a lot of success against the Pacers. He's played them 7 times this year, including playoffs, 100% hit rate this season. Really good numbers across the board here for Karl-Anthony Towns. Good matchup. Obviously, Game 5 in the Garden, back against the wall. need to win this game to advance. I think Karl Anthony Towns will step up for the Knicks. This is what they traded him for. Let's see what he delivers for them. So that's our first leg of our 3-leg parlay. Next up, our second leg of our 3-leg parlay. Speaking of Miles Turner, we're going Miles Turner of the Pacers over 12.5 points. This one is minus 210 over on FanDuel. Data is fantastic across the board here. Recent data, overall data, and head-to-head data. All very strong. You see 9 of his last 10 games, he's cashed the over, averaging 16.4 points per game over his last 10 games. He's obviously cashed in all 4 games of this series against the New York Knicks. Even if you're going to go ahead and stretch the data to the last 20 games, which includes the end of the regular season, 85% hit rate, 17 of his last 20. He's cashed the over. And overall this year, postseason and regular season, a 73% hit rate for Miles Turner. 63 out of 86 games, he's cashed the over, averaging 15.66 points per game this season. So really good numbers across the board here for Miles Turner, and the head-to-head data is even more impressive. 14 of his last 16 matchups with the New York Knicks. That includes the playoff series last year, the playoff series this year. Really good numbers. 14 of his last 16, he's cashed the over. It's an 88% hit rate, averaging 16.88 points per game across the last 16 matchups with Indiana. But the real interesting thing here is the fact that he's cashed this in 11 consecutive matchups versus the Pacers dating back to last year, versus the Knicks, dating back to last year's playoffs. So phenomenal head-to-head data. Like I said, the recent numbers are solid. The head-to-head numbers are phenomenal. The overall numbers are solid. 4-0 so far in this playoff series. He's cashed the over. We'll go ahead and narrow those numbers down for you guys to show you in this series what we're looking at here. We know the minutes have been pretty solid. He's playing at least 31 minutes per game in all 4 games in this series. He doesn't take a ton of shots, but he's shooting the ball at a pretty high clip, and he does take enough. He's averaging, I would say, somewhere in the ballpark of 10 shots per game in this series. 11, 10, 12. The game 4 was the fewest. He had just 8 shots. But he takes some threes too. Decent amount of free throws. The volume seems to be there for Miles Turner. And obviously he's in this offensive revolution where he's more of an offensive geared player than he is a defensive player at this point in his career. Like I said, across the board, really good numbers. And although the Knicks do rank well defensively versus centers, 5th best defense in the NBA this year against centers, that number is a little misleading because Karl Anthony Towns, if we're being honest here, is not the best rim protector. Yes, Mitchell Robinson is a lot better, but Towns plays the majority of the minutes at the 5 for the Knicks, and I do think that's a big factor here. I just don't think Towns defensively has done a great job of guarding Turner in this series. So I like the spot here for the second leg of our 3-leg parlay. We are about to hit the 8-minute mark in today's video, guys. So if you are watching today's video at this point, please comment 8 down below in the comment section. As always, guys, we appreciate those who watch through each and every single video here on the channel. A lot of hard work goes into it, and it really does mean a lot to us. In our third and final leg of today's parlay, going back to the Knicks side of things, we're going Josh Hart of the New York Knicks over 7.5 rebounds. We're grabbing that for minus 225 on FanDuel, the highest odd leg of this parlay. And the data, again, with alternate lines, they're obviously going to be more on the side of the solid side of things. Good numbers. 6 of his last 10 games, he's cashed the over, averaging 9 rebounds per game. So far in this series, if we narrow it down a little bit, 3 of the 4 games against Indiana, he's cashed the over, 13 rebounds in game 1, 10 rebounds in game 3, 11 rebounds in game 4. The one game he missed, it was game 2. He only had 6 rebounds in that game. But overall, solid numbers here for Josh Hart in the rebounding department. If we look down below here, obviously we know he's playing about 35 minutes per game over the last 5 games. Minutes, obviously, we know he's going to play a lot. But the rebound chances have been there. 17.8 rebound chances per game over his last 5 games. That obviously does include the final game of the Celtics series. But pretty good numbers here. I mean, 22 rebound chances in game 1, 15 in game 2, 14 in game 3, and 19 in game 4. So plenty of opportunities here for Josh Hart to grab rebounds. Again, all we need him to do is grab 8. So game 4, he had 19 chances. 8 rebounds is far less than 50%. That's all we need. Less, like 40% hit rate on these rebounds, and we're good to go. Even like these games here, yeah, that one, 14 rebound chances, you need him to hit a little bit more. Moral of the story, guys, being he's got a lot of opportunities in all these games, and all we need him to do is grab 8 rebounds. He's averaging 10 rebounds per game over the last 5 games. And he's got a pretty good track record versus the Pacers, who you see 15 of his last 17 games. Again, similar to the Miles Turner player prop. It dates back to last year's playoff series as well. 15 of the last 17, he's cashed the over. It's an 88% hit rate against the Pacers, averaging 10.47 rebounds per game. So really phenomenal numbers across the board here for Josh Hart. And the Pacers overall, not a great rebounding team. Bottom 10 in the NBA in rebounds a lot. So really solid matchup here and a solid player prop to close out today's parlay. Jumping on over to FanDuel, quick little recap here. Karl Anthony Towns to score 20 or more points, or Karl Anthony Towns over 19.5 points, however you want to word that. Cat to score 20 or more points. Josh Hart to record 8 or more rebounds, over 7.5 rebounds. And Miles Turner over 12.5 points. You parlay all three together, you get a parlay of plus 226 odds over on FanDuel. So for a 3-leg parlay, honestly, pretty good value. They do have a 30% profit boost in all parlays right now that you can go ahead and throw. Again, they will have a limit in how much you can bet, so keep that in mind. But there are opportunities to make this even more valuable if you choose to do so. So guys, that is it for me today. Thank you very much, as always, for watching. One more time, please make sure to go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and drop a comment down below. Now, in terms of schedule, I don't know for sure when we'll see each other next. Now, if the Knicks win tonight and force a Game 6, we'll be back here on Saturday for Game 6 video for the Eastern Conference Finals. If the Pacers win tonight and close out the series, which I was wrong yesterday, I thought Minnesota would win. I do think the Knicks are going to win tonight at home to make the series a little longer. So I think I'll see you guys on Saturday. In the event the Pacers do win tonight, I won't see you guys until next Thursday for Game 1 of the NBA Finals in a potential series with the Pacers and the Thunder. So that's how we're going to go with it. Again, I could see you guys on Saturday. I might see you guys next Thursday. It all depends on what happens tonight. For sure, no video tomorrow because there's no NBA games on tomorrow. But yeah, that's it for me today, guys. Thank you very much, as always, for watching. Again, make sure to go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and drop a comment down below. I hope you're all winners. Until next time, let's go ahead and make some money.